So this will be the final turn. Here we go. And they're off. And it's Waikiki Waves leading Rendezvous Peak to the first of 15 fences. Waikiki Waves from Rendezvous Peak as they come to number 1. And Waikiki Waves slows into it. Rendezvous Peak jumps upsides as they now come back onto the course and head towards number 2. That first fence taken only once. And Waikiki Waves is having to make the running here. Phil York letting him do so. On board Rendezvous Peak, the outsider of the pair in second place, as he still has that horse under restraint in behind Waikiki Waves. They come to number 3. Waikiki Waves from Rendezvous Peak in second position. So Waikiki Waves has won 3 of his last 4 races at Lingfield, the beginning of January, and also at Leicester and here last month, bidding to make it 4 from his last 5, and is something like 1 to 14 to do so. But making the running and being followed by Rendezvous Peak in second place as they make their way towards their next obstacle, turning left-handed and heading to number 4 of the 15. With the colours of the Heart of the South Racing, worn by Jamie Moore, on board Waikiki Waves. Gets over that well to Rendezvous Peak in second. Continues to be under restraint as they build up a bit of a head of steam. Well, Rendezvous Peak does on this run down the hill towards the next. Waikiki Waves to Rendezvous Peak as they run down towards what is going to be number 6. Waikiki Waves in first, Rendezvous Peak in second. I think the horses would rather switch places. It's Rendezvous Peak that wants to be in front, and now he is getting to this next obstacle. Gets over it to Waikiki Waves in second. And now they're going to turn right-handed around the bottom bend with Waikiki Waves taking on Rendezvous Peak, who's just running a little bit wide around this turn. Horse who won 2 points for Francesca Nimmo at the back end of last season at Dingley and right at the end of the campaign at Umberley. And side by side with Waikiki Waves as they turn into the home straight. The open ditch comes up next, taken twice, number 7. Waikiki Waves and Rendezvous Peak. Here is the ditch. Both meet it and take it well. So a full circuit is behind them now as they run on towards the next. Again, a few more flicks down the shoulder for Waikiki Waves. Not often one to make the running, but being made to do so today with Rendezvous Peak continuing to sit in behind. This 9th fence will be the last next time around. Waikiki Waves to Rendezvous Peak. About 2 or 3 lengths would separate them. And Waikiki Waves, bidding to complete this hat-trick, makes his way up to the winning line with a circuit to go. The trainer Gary Moore and son Jamie. 2 lengths in front of Rendezvous Peak in second place under Phil York as they take this turn. They've still got a further 6 fences left to jump here. Waikiki Waves, 2 lengths in front of Rendezvous Peak, who continues to sit behind as they come towards this fence at the top of the hill. Waikiki Waves to Rendezvous Peak in second. They land up sides as they run down towards the next, number 11. Waikiki Waves and Rendezvous Peak. Again, 2 more good jumps. Trainer Gary Moore sitting on 56 winners for this jump season. Jamie on 32, as they now run down towards the 4th last, Waikiki Waves and Rendezvous Peak. Jamie Moore and Phil York. Waikiki Waves the better jump there, faster through the air and got away from it with a 1.5 lengths advantage to Rendezvous Peak in second, as they're now making the turn back towards home. Jamie now just shaking up Waikiki Waves with the advantage to Rendezvous Peak in second position. 2 lengths clear, maybe 3 now. And Waikiki Waves asked to stretch and has opened up by 4 to Rendezvous Peak in second. They run to the last ditch, 3 out, Waikiki Waves to Rendezvous Peak. 3rd last, Waikiki Waves over, and Rendezvous Peak slowed into it and made a bit of a mistake, and it looks over as a contest here as Waikiki Waves comes to the 2nd last. brushes through it. It wasn't his best jump. Rendezvous Peak has lost further ground in second. So Waikiki Waves has only to jump the final fence and negotiate the run into win here. Waikiki Waves over safely. Rendezvous Peak comes to the last in second, clears it, and is about 15 lengths down. Well, Jamie Moore has probably enjoyed this a lot more than he did his ride about half an hour ago. It's going to be win number 33 for the season for Heart of the South Racing. Waikiki Waves completes his hat-trick and has now won 4 of his last 5. And he's done so by beating Rendezvous Peak.
The result of race 4. First, number 4, Waikiki Waves. And the second horse, number 2, Rendezvous Peak. The full result of the 4th race, the Sky Sports Racing Virgin 535 Handicap Steeplechase. First, number 4, Waikiki Waves. Second, number 2, Rendezvous Peak.